Hey, I'm Bennett Heining. I'm a senior at Wake. I'm an anthropology major, and that's led me into some cool experiences during the summers and as a research assistant. And this past summer, I worked on an organic farm in Tobaccoville, North Carolina. And I lived in a farmhouse on the animal property, making sure no one was dead before we wanted them to be dead. Then the rest of the day I would spend it pulling weeds that were taller than myself sometimes, and picking vegetables, which is really cool because I started off not knowing a beet from a radish from a turnip, and now I can distinguish between different varieties of beets, radishes, and turnips. I have a really cool crew of people on the farm. I was the youngest person there. And so we would have a really good time. We had these really big speakers built into the barn where we would process and clean and package the vegetables. And so we would just blast music while we were spending 6 hours at a time trying to put spaghetti squash into boxes. It was always the first person who got to the stereo gets to choose. And most of us were pretty into folk kind of indie stuff, which worked out well. There's just a lot of Bob Dylan out there, but then every now and then there was one person who worked part-time who had this weird affinity for electronic music and didn't see that as being a weird thing to do while seeding kale. And so I would be seeding kale to EDM. That's not something you want to be doing at 140 beats per minute. So yeah, based off the experiences I've had in college, I would really recommend doing weird stuff with your summers.